I was kind of thinking, do I want to make a video about it? Is it that big of a deal? But you know what? The Red Wings have been popping off. Y'all have been very gracious in terms of viewing the content and supporting the content. It's very apparent to me that the Red Wings are a hot topic right now. So, when you have yourselves news like this that comes out earlier today that Alex DeBrincat is questionable for Thursday with an illness, it does kind of get the ball rolling as to what could happen if DeBrincat does miss out. Because this guy has been so good for the Red Wings this season that I just kind of wanted to go over some of the numbers too. I mean, if you wanted to talk about the illness in particular, this article will be linked in the description. Here is what Derek Lalonde said about DeBrincat and how he is feeling. He's a little under the weather today. That happened right before practice. We'll see how he responds for tomorrow. We prepared some power play looks with him not in the lineup. We will evaluate in the morning. So we'll see how exactly DeBrincat is able to bounce back, if he's able to do that, and what the Red Wings' plan is going to be once they end up playing off tomorrow against the Winnipeg Jets. But aside from DeBrincat and the comments made by Derek Lalonde, you did have yourselves the new line. Berggren skating out with Larkin and Raymond. Kostan is out there, as is Jeff Petrie. So this is going to be interesting to see if Berggren ends up getting the opportunity on that top line. He's a guy that I think definitely has skill. We'll just see how exactly that translates to a number one winger role. But with Alex DeBrincat being the guy on the chopping block here, what I wanted to do was go over some of the numbers, because you had yourself some really interesting Reddit posts going out there and just highlighting how everything has come about. This was posted on the R Red Wing sub by G. Haber Setzer. Yeah, I'm not going to question it, but they say Alex DeBrincat has scored more goals than the entire Capitals and Sharks teams this season. Courtesy of 1417.com, here are the statistics. DeBrincat leading the NHL in terms of goals. Okay, where is the number here? Yeah, there you go. Okay, no, this is only looking at Detroit. We can just look at the regular graph here. Austin Matthews is second in the NHL in goals, tied with Sam Reinhart. DeBrincat is number one with 9. And then you have yourselves the San Jose Sharks, who have 8 goals on the season. The Washington Capitals, at the time of this graph's publication, have only 6 goals. Now, the difference being is that the Washington Capitals are actually playing a game right now against the New Jersey Devils. They're tied 3-3, or no, 3-2? 3-3, there you go. That's what it is. And if you take a look at the 3 goals the Caps ended up scoring in this game, it makes it so that this graph right here is a little bit outdated. The Caps now have 9 goals, the Sharks have 8. DeBrincat has 9, so at the time of recording this audio, assuming Washington doesn't score a 4th goal in their game against the Devils, DeBrincat would have the same or higher amount of goals than 2 NHL teams. Which is kinda nuts, considering we are like 3 weeks into the season. It's been a while. So, for Alex DeBrincat to go out there and do this, it feels pretty good. But you know who it doesn't feel good for? A lot of Ottawa Senators fans. Here's a stat posted by Big Head Hockey from earlier this week, talking about how DeBrincat has more goals, now 9, than the Ottawa Senators' entire right-wing depth at the time. Now, it was actually posted on Sen Central and Sean Simpson. They replied, and yeah, DeBrincat is actually a left wing, not a right wing. In our defense, Cat's listed as a right wing on the NHL API. Our mistake for not getting it, though. That being said, Ottawa's left wings have 7 goals combined, still fewer than DeBrincat. What I wanted to do was look at that number and just go over that a little bit more. So, DeBrincat, 9 goals on the season. Let's go over to dailyfaceoff.com and see who is on the left wing in Ottawa. So Brady Tkachuk, Kubalik, Joseph, and Parker Kelly. Let's just take these names. We could toss around some other guys in there, but for now, Tkachuk, if you take a look at the goal numbers over here, he's got 4. Mathieu Joseph has 7. Kubalik and Parker Kelly, where are these guys? Okay, Parker Kelly has 1, Kubalik has 0. So 1 plus, where's the number? 4 plus 3, that's 8. Yeah, there you go. DeBrincat has 9 goals in the season. The Ottawa Senators left wing core has 8. Let's go over to the right wings too, just to round it out for good measure. Giroux, Batherson, Tarasenko, and Kastelik. If you go down over here to the bottom, Kaselik has 0. Giroux has 1. Oh boy, he's only got 1 goal in the season, eh? Darn. Tarasenko and Batherson, where are they? 0 for Batherson, and then Tarasenko's got 3. So 4 goals on the right wing for the Ottawa Senators. DeBrincat has 9, and the left wings have only 8 goals. So DeBrincat has more goals as one guy than both of the Sens wing cores. Not together, but just separately. Doesn't matter where you decide to play him, he is still a top goal scorer in the NHL. And if you wanted to take a look at just some of the gaps here, take a look at where else everybody is placed. I mean, we did talk about Matthews and Reinhart going out there with dominant seasons so far to start out the year. But then you have a pretty good race near the bottom here. Kucherov and Besser each have 6. Rantanen, Nylander, Eriksson Ek, Pasternak, Konechny, Moore, Chris Kreider, Vetrano, and Jeff Skinner, Brian Rust, they all have 5. My gosh, it is a huge tie for 6th in the NHL in goals. Who would have thought that Trevor Moore would have been able to get 5 goals in 6 games? That's pretty nuts if you do ask me, but either way, the Red Wings have themselves a pretty good amount of goals. Even Larkin out here with 4 goals on the season. Oh boy, look at that assist column, eh? 10 assists on the year, tied with Jack Hughes, albeit in 2 more games, so Jack absolutely terrorizing the NHL. Actually, they're playing right now, right? What do the Devils look like at this time? Jack Hughes with 2 more assists. Oh my gosh, you're seeing this live reaction as we are looking at it right here. But Jack Hughes is now number 1 in the NHL in points, undisputably with 16 points in 6 games played, 12 assists and 4 goals. Of course, he had the 4-assist night yesterday against the Montreal Canadiens, which is going to be awesome to see since Tyler Toffoli is haunting that team like crazy. But yeah, the NHL points race is really heating up here. It's anybody's game now that Connor McDavid is going to be out for a while. But for Alex DeBrincat, I just wanted to make this quick video to go over some of the updates. He is out a little bit. We'll see if he's actually able to suit up against the Jets tomorrow, but he is questionable for Thursday with an illness. He is still leading the goals in the NHL, though, and he is leading with more goals than some teams have goals in total. He's also leading more so than some teams' entire winger cores have in total. So that's kind of nuts to look at in perspective. The Washington Capitals and the San Jose Sharks, sorry guys, but Alex DeBrincat is better than your team just in totality, which is kind of a crazy thing to say. But either way, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about where exactly the Wings go from here, where DeBrincat goes from here if he does not play, and instead you see Berggren skating with Larkin and Raymond. What are your expectations on that? I know Berggren has been not really the hottest guy to start out the year, but he's definitely been all right, in my opinion, especially after watching the game yesterday against the Seattle Kraken. But Berggren is an interesting young name that I've always been a fan of. What are your thoughts on how he's going to play on that top unit? And if DeBrincat is out for, let's say, 1 game or 2 games, do you think it changes his entire momentum when he does come back? You know, it doesn't really take a genius to say that, yeah, when some guys get sick and they recover, sometimes they're a little bit drowsy, a little bit lackadaisical to come back, but do you think that's going to happen with the cat over here? Thoughts in the comment section below about DeBrincat in this update. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.